Hey guys, it's Leo Rivera here with my persuasive speech. So my claim is that NFL coaches should be allowed to challenge penalties called or not called by the refs. My supporting arguments are the refs get worse and worse every year with the penalties. It ruins the flow/outcome of games and changes it for some teams, and that refs all around the league aren't consistently calling the same penalties. So one ref will call a penalty and the other ref won't call it, or one ref won't call a penalty and the other one will. It's just very like ticky-tacky at this point, and should just be one solid call. So in one game, if it's going to be a penalty, the next game it should be a penalty. So for my first example, I have this play from
Look at you. Well, you better look around. That's a bad shot there. Yeah, well, that's how you get a cramp in your leg. Yeah, that's cramp in your body. Alex Gordon is the guy who hit him.
It's not a foul. Nothing happens. All right. So what?
Look at him.
Here on this play, Trevor Lawrence is going to get absolutely drilled, but it's legal. He does get drilled, but it's
down
legal.
As Lawrence.
The dude doesn't. It wasn't a roughing the passer or anything. So roughing the passer consists of two steps. You get from when the quarterback throws the ball out of his hands, you get two steps to really hit him, and you can't land your full body weight on the quarterback as well. So right here, Trevor Lawrence has the ball in his hand, Right here, I'd say, like, even if he did release it right here, the dude takes literally like half a step to him, and he's already wrapped. So he's going to take him to the ground, which is perfectly all right if you don't land your full body weight on him, which he doesn't. Right here, you're going to see his hands out right here. He does not land. He lands maybe on his left leg, which is not going to do much. It's not a huge deal. This shouldn't have been a call. It should not have gained the Jaguars 15 yards. Should have just been a dead ball. Incomplete pass, dead ball. Move to the next play. So that's like the difference between back in the day where that dude just ran up and smoked that guy, absolutely drilled him. He didn't have the ball in his hand, nothing like that. And then nowadays, the dude has the ball in his hand, should be prepared to get hit, is prepared to get hit, gets absolutely drilled, but legally. It was a legal hit. It was just a legal, nice, big, clean hit. That's what we love to see in football. As football fans, I love to see legal, nice, big, clean hits. It was a great hit, great blitz, and everything. But it gets called penalty. So now this guy's going to be scared to make hits like that, which draws more viewers in. So if Mike Tomlin could throw a challenge flagging and have his players back on that and say, oh, my player did not foul him, then his players will make more plays like this. They will try to do this more often because they know there's a safety net. Like, hey, if I do get a penalty called on me, coach can just challenge that and it might get taken away, so no penalty. So I can make plays like this. It's going to be a big play if I make this play and the penalty doesn't stand, and it's just a whole different aspect of when coaches get the chance to challenge penalties, to make or break penalties. So for my next example, this is going to be the holding call on James Bradbury. I'm sure everybody has seen this about 1,500 million thousand gajillion times, but I'm going to show you a couple of things on here actually. So this completely just ruined the whole entire outcome of the game for the Bills. So right here, oh, why is it doing this? Come on back. So right here, if you watch 67 right up here at the top of your screen, his hand will slide off the player's jersey and hit him right in the face. Boop, right about there, hits him in the face. That's a legal hands to the face. That should have been a penalty right there. And then if you watch number 65, right here,
Pressure.
he's going to hold the number 7, Hassan Reddick. Watch. So Hassan Reddick comes up, he stunts around Fletcher Cox, great pressure right there, and then boom, 65 just comes and completely clobbers him. That's a holding right there. So that's 2 flags that were not called. And you can see the ref right there looking at that. And then the flags that they end up actually calling on James Bradbury is a little ticky-tacky one, nothing like. Look right there. That's the penalty they ended up calling on him. That shouldn't be happening. That shouldn't be the penalty. But look, so it's 35-35, minute 48 left, 3rd and 8. If they get that stop, or at most it should have been a replay of downs, because there was 2 penalties on the offense, 1 on the defense. I didn't dissect it entirely. I didn't see any other ones on the defense though. But that's 2 on the offense, 1 on the defense. By rule, I believe that means one of them on the offense will stand and the other one will get canceled out by the defensive penalty. If not, then at least if there is more than 1 penalty called, 1 committed by both teams, they will redo of down. So it's another 3rd and 8. It doesn't give the Chiefs another 4 down territory to try and drive and get a touchdown. It doesn't allow that, and it allows the Birds to try and get a 4 and out so that the Chiefs get a 3, make it 38-35, or 38-35, and they have 1 timeout, about 2 minutes left on the clock, and they get a chance to win the game, make it more fun. But if Nick Sirianni was allowed to challenge that, he would have got those two flags on the Chiefs. He definitely would have. Both of those were clear-cut, definitive penalties. At least if the other one was a clear-cut, definitive penalty, those were both clear-cut, definitive penalties. So, and then from one of my 3rd examples, this is going to be Ladarius Sneed. He's going to take his helmet off, and the ref is going to literally tell him to put it back on right here. Look. So his helmet's off on the field. That's a penalty. That's a big no-no. 15 yards right there. 15 yards for taking your penalty off on the field. And he's walking over to the ref right now. That's what he's doing. He's walking over to the ref. And you can see the ref mouth, put it back on. Put it back on as he's patting his head. If this ref wasn't If this ref was a different ref, that's an immediate flag. In another game I'm going to show you here, they throw an immediate flag. So there is no put it back on, buddy. There is no put it back on, buddy. It's an immediate flag, and that just shows for my 3rd point, my 3rd argument, that is the refs call different penalties depending on the ref squad or the ref crew. They'll call different penalties they're more likely to call different penalties. This just proves it. That he tells him, put it back on, buddy. This ref is more lenient than another ref. There shouldn't be refs more lenient than other refs. There should be a clear-cut, definitive penalty. If he's committing the penalty, he's going to get a flag thrown on him. He's going to get the penalty. He's going to lose the amount of yards or gain the amount of yards deserved. But this ref right here is telling him, oh, put your helmet back on. Oh, put your helmet back on. That's just not, it shouldn't be a thing that he does. And then right here, this guy right here, he takes his helmet off, which I feel like he has a better reason because his face mask is legitimately broken, you're going to see. He has a legitimately broken face mask. And right now he's saying that it's a taunt. So look, listen real quick.
Tyler Gordon, he's saying that
number 6's foul was the taunt.
Broken.
That's his first towards disqualification.
So he said a taunt. So he's even threatening disqualification. His face mask was broken. But that's how tough one ref goes for that penalty compared to the other ref who just gave him a warning. This ref was threatening disqualification for that same penalty the other ref was giving a warning for. So it just needs to be more consistent. If coaches can challenge that, it will become more consistent. They will have to, because the ref isn't going to like the coach challenging it and telling the ref. If the coach wins that challenge, the ref's not going to like it. The ref's not going to like being made look like a fool. He's not going to like that, being made look like he doesn't know how football works when he's the referee for the game. Like he doesn't know all of the rules of football when that's his job to know all the rules of football. The ref's not going to like that. So they're going to start calling penalties like good penalties. They're only going to start calling like penalties that are supposed to be called. They might miss penalties, but again, that's why you let the coach challenge, because all the refs, I think there's about 6 to 8 refs on the field, and there's 22 players. They can't see everything going on at one stinking time. They're human beings. So if you let the coaches challenge no calls, then that helps with a lot of the no calls situations going on in the league right now. And for the counter claim, some people might say it makes the game fun, it makes it more watchable, it makes it spontaneous, it makes the game better, more exciting. But what I have to say to that is, a lot of these guys, this is it. They make millions of dollars doing this. This is how they make their name. They want to brand themselves. They work their entire life to become a NFL player, and they want to win as many Super Bowls as they can. They want to become a household name. They want to be as big as they can possibly be in the NFL. And when there's all these penalties and they can't, and they're getting all these penalties called, and it's ruining a lot of these games and making it hard for them to win the Super Bowl or even get to the Super Bowl. Some of these guys, it's just not fun. So if we had a way like checks and balances, the government does it, why can't the NFL do it? So it's checks and balances. There's nobody to check the referees. They have too much power in this league, basically. So I feel if you let the coaches get a challenge flag on what the referees are calling, on the penalties the referees are calling, then that's one more check and balanced. It makes it balanced. It makes every game going to be so much more fun, smooth, better. But thank you, and I hope that got you guys on my side.